When doing open turns, swimmers should push with their feet straight up, push off on their back, and then rotate on their stomach in order to have the most effective turn, right? That's what's been taught traditionally, and I think it's 100% wrong. Let's find out why. Hi everyone, Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster. In this video series, we're covering quick fire controversies where I take a relatively controversial topic in swimming. I'll let you know what I think. If you want to have a specific topic covered, drop a comment below and I'll make sure I cover your controversy. So to have an effective open turn, there are two things that swimmers need to do. They have to have a great push off the wall and they have to have great alignment. If they can do those two things, 90% of the problems are going to disappear. That's what really drives speed out of the wall. And speed out of the wall is what matters most. So what's been argued in the past is by pushing off the back, they're going to be able to push off sooner, and by rotating when they push off the wall. The analogy I've heard is that bullets rotate to keep them going straight and to get them going fast, but a human being pushing off underwater at very slow speeds compared to a bullet, which is going hundreds of miles per hour, I'm not sure it's quite the same thing. One problem is that bullets don't bend, and as swimmers push off the wall, and they try to rotate, most times their spine bends, and that's like putting on the brakes. And so we definitely don't want that. We want swimmers to push off straight. We want them to stack their spine in alignment, and when they try to rotate too much, a lot of times they come out of alignment, which is really slowing them down. It's a whole lot easier to push off with the feet pointed more down towards the bottom of the pool. And if you watch, most swimmers, if you ask them to go 25 fast, they're going to push off and they're going to have their feet pointed down. They're going to push off flat. Why? Because it's faster. So if we can get swimmers to get into that position during their turn without going slower during the actual turn itself, it's going to be faster. Which brings us to the next point. If they're rotating to the side as they're rotating back, isn't that going to slow them down? Won't that take more time? I don't think so. If they're in a ball like they should be and they're rotating backwards and sideways instead of straight back, it shouldn't take any more time. They should be just as tight. The roll should be just as fast. There's just a twist to the roll instead of a directly backwards roll. So there's no loss of speed. Swimmers actually get a better push off, and so that's win-win. And this isn't just theory. You'll see a lot of really successful swimmers swimming open turns where they rotate through the turn, get the feet pointed more down than up, and then push off. Petey does it. Ruta does it. There's plenty of other examples. Those are two just Olympic and world champions that come to mind that rotate in that way, get the feet more pointed down towards the pool, and then push off to get into a great alignment. They wouldn't do it if it didn't work, and they're doing it because it allows them to get into a better line coming off the wall. That's certainly true when swimmers are doing a pull-out. That's also happening when swimmers are dolphin kicking. The only exception is that swimmers that dolphin kick on their side for an extended period of time, they're not going to be quite as dramatic because they don't have to rotate quite as much, and their actual rotation takes a lot more time, so they can be a lot more patient. However, even then, they're not really pushing off on their back and then rotating over. Again, another exception is someone like Ryan Lochte using a strategy that really no one else has used. He pushes on his back, kicks out to maybe 10 meters, and then rolls over. Again, that's a completely different strategy than what we're talking about for the vast majority of swimmers. Even in that case, he's such a better kicker on his back that it's worth doing that as opposed to trying to get onto his stomach faster. So have swimmers rotate tightly in a ball to have a great open turn, and then they can rotate to the side at the same time, and that's going to get them in a position where they can get the feet pointed down more so that they can push off in a much better line. If you want to learn more about open turns, check out the video here.